another edition of Workout Wednesday. I'm Dustin Sellers from Compass Conditioning, and today we're going to do a full body complex workout using resistance bands. It'll be a total of 9 exercises. You'll do them back to back to back to back for 1 round. Wait anywhere from 30 to 90 seconds depending on how long you need to recover, and repeat that for a total of 3 rounds. I recommend trying to do at least 8 reps. You can go up to 12, again, depending on you. Also with the resistance bands, you can either use one resistance band all the way through, or you can swap out resistance bands in between the workouts or in between the exercises, depending on what exercise you're using. So let's go ahead and get started. First exercise we're going to do is going to be an overhead press. The further your feet away, the more resistance there's going to be on the band. With the overhead press, you're going to want to make sure that there's enough give on the band, however, where you can't press it directly overhead. So standing on the bands, make sure you don't rock. You don't want the band slipping out, smacking you in the face or in the back. Bring the bands up towards your shoulders with the bands behind your arms, and you're going to simply press straight up. Exhaling on the press up, inhaling on the down. And again, 8 times. Exercise. You're going to do a lateral raise. You may want to bring your feet in a little closer, as the resistance of the lateral raise is going to feel like it's harder than the overhead press. You're going to bring your arm straight out to the side, parallel to the ground. Do not lock your elbow, keep it slightly bent. And again, do both arms at the same time for a total of 8 to 12 reps. For the third exercise, with your feet at whatever distance apart they were for the lateral raise, keep them the same, you're going to do a front raise. So again, almost identical to the lateral raise, except your arms are going to be out in front. Bring them up parallel to the ground. Again, not locking the elbow, keeping it slightly bent. Palms facing down as you lift the weight. 8 to 12 total reps. We've done the shoulder regions. The next exercise, we're going to move on to the arms. You'll want to get a little bit more resistance to do the bicep curl. So what you can do is actually create some extra slack by moving the bands in where there's this extra give in the middle. Elbows locked to your sides, chest out, back neutral. You're going to curl, just bending at the elbow, and bring it up. So that'll be 1 rep. And you'll do a total of 8 to 12. For the next exercise, we're going to do an overhead extension. Similar to what we did for the overhead press, you probably want to bring your feet slightly closer together to lessen the resistance. You're going to bring the bands back up to your shoulder, tuck your elbows more in front, and instead of pressing up with your shoulder and your arm, you're actually just going to bend at the elbows. So you're straightening your elbows and then bending them back down. You'll do this a total of 8 times to 12, depending on you. What you want to do is you want to loop the bands around your foot. Instead, however, your feet is far wide as you need to go in order to get a good base of support. Bending over, chest up, looking forward, your back elongated and neutral. And what you're going to do is just pull the bands up towards your chest. And again, you'll want to do this 8 to 12 times. Next, we're going to do a floor press, similar to a bench press or a dumbbell press, but you're going to use the resistance bands. You could wrap the band around your chest if you want. Honestly, that's a little bit of a hassle. It's easier if you just bring your hands in closer and find a spot where the resistance will be enough, where you can press straight overhead and feel that your chest is getting the workout. So simply bring your hands in. Instead of using the handles, just grab the band and press straight up for a total of 8 to 12 reps. Next, we're going to do a squat. So with your feet shoulder width or slightly more, depending on how a squat is comfortable for you. Stand on the bands. Bring the bands up and behind, just like if you were going to do an overhead press. However, this time, instead of pressing up, you're going to want to squat down. You will want more tension than you would on the overhead press. You actually don't want to be able to do an overhead press. This is as far as the bands will go. When you squat, remember, hip back, knees forward, and then squat straight down, keeping your chest and your back neutral. Chest up, back neutral. Repeat this 8 to 12 times. Slide it through where you're stepping on the band. Loop it back around. Step on the handle on the other side. And then bring the band up and over your neck. Now what you're going to want to do is you're actually bending at the hip. So you're kicking your hip back, keeping your chest up, your back neutral and elongated. Your legs are straight, but your knees are not locked, so a slight bend. So what it is this. When you get to here, you'll feel it in your hamstrings. We want to do 8 to 12 of these. Last but not least, calf raises. With the band still around your neck. And this is the reason why you have it like this, because this won't slip out past your ankles when you lift your heels up. You just want to lift your calves up, hold for a sec, do 8 to 12 of these. Complex, so you do exercise back to back to back to back to back. You complete all the exercises based off of the reps that you decided to do. Once you complete it, that's one round. Rest 30 to 90 seconds. Repeat it for 3 rounds. Shouldn't take you more than 15 minutes, so you can do this as a snack as part of the day. Make sure you warm up beforehand, cool down and stretch after. The benefits of the resistance bands, super cheap, doesn't take up any space, and you can take them with them and do them anywhere you want to. Hope you found this routine enjoyable. Hope you give it a shot. Hope you found it informative, and can't wait to see you again next week.